What's up, guys? It's Bumpkins. Today is Wednesday, April 14th. Wednesday means New Comic Book Day. New Comic Book Day means New Comic Book Haul video. As always, I went down to Infinity Flux here in Chattanooga and got another nice stack of books. So let's jump right into them, starting with Children of the Atom #2. I did read the first one and thought it was okay. I'm actually, I'm not really sure if this book is for me. I guess that's the way I'll put it. I don't know if I'm really the audience for this book, and I am looking to sort of trim a few titles that I'm reading right now, maybe especially the Marvel titles, since I could read those on the Marvel Unlimited app only 3 months later, which is pretty cool. But I'm really interested in the mystery of who these characters really are. Are they mutants? Are they not? What is their connection to the X-Men, if any? I mean, I'd really like to learn more about them, so I think I'm going to hang on to this for a little while longer, and then I may jump off and just read it digitally when it hits Marvel Unlimited. But for now, I'm going to stick with it and try to learn some more about these characters. Daredevil #29, the A cover. Cool Elektra as Daredevil. I still haven't read this run yet, but I'm eager to, and I can't wait to see what all this business is about right here. Darkhawk, Heart of the Hawk. I don't know if this is number 1, but I think it might just be a one-shot. I was a Darkhawk fan back in the 90s. My first introduction to Darkhawk was actually in the pages of Amazing Spider-Man, right around 1991, I think. I feel like Marvel is, been trying to get Darkhawk back in the limelight over the years, so I figured I'd try this out and see if it sort of brings back that 90s goodness. Next is a title that I don't read, but I'm intrigued by the direction of the story, and then also the cover art is, I can't pass this up. Guardians of the Galaxy #13. I haven't read Guardians. I've only read Guardians of the Galaxy sporadically ever. Like, I've never really stuck with a one run. But I'm really interested in the direction that they're going with this, of them becoming more of a sort of like a super team rather than just like a gang of roughnecks in space, I guess. So I just want to check this out and see how that is. Iron Fist, Heart of the Dragon #4. This is, I think, a 5-issue miniseries, and I actually haven't read. I know I sound like a broken record when I say that, but I haven't read any of them yet. But I wanted to. If it's only a 5-issue miniseries, I'm obviously just going to stick with it until it's done, and then I'll read all of them at once. Iron Man #8, the A cover. I still can't believe that the A cover of these books is the Alex Ross covers. That's crazy to me, but all of these covers are great. I'm a couple issues behind on this run, but what I have read, I think I've read through 5, and I really enjoy it. I love the art. Covers obviously are great, so I just need to get caught up, but I really like this series so far. A couple of King in Black tie-ins, and I think these are the last 2, but I might be wrong. I think they are, though. Fantastic Four #30. Which is a cool cover. I don't really know what's going on in the story because I haven't read Eddie King in Black, but I can't wait to find out. And then King in Black, Namor, #5. I don't like Namor. I'll just add this to my King in Black stack and read it whenever I get around to it. But like I said, I want to say these are the last, but I might be wrong. If I am wrong, we're very close to the end. There's no more King in Black proper titles, so there might be like 1 or 2 tie-ins left, but I'm pretty sure those are it. Nonstop Spider-Man #2. I did read the first one of this, and it's a little misleading. He stopped for a panel or 2, I think, so he's not really nonstop, but it was a pretty cool story, and we'll just see where it goes from here. I love the cover on that, by the way. And then one I'm pretty excited for is Spider-Man Spider Shadow. This is a What If title. They've got a cool new What If logo, although I do kind of miss just the big What If across the top, and then what if Spider-Man had kept the alien symbiote costume or something like that. But this is essentially a What If title of what if Peter Parker had kept the symbiote suit. It never went to Eddie Brock or anything like that. So I can't wait to read that because I'm super intrigued by what would have happened. U.S. Agent #4, and I don't remember. I may have already got this one. I don't know if this. No, I think this was new. I can't remember. U.S. Agent #4. I think it's new this week. But regardless, I read the first couple issues of this miniseries, and I enjoyed it, so I want to keep going. Oh, that was it for Marvel. Over on the DC side, we've got Batman Black and White #3, the second print. This is a cool design cover. I like that. Batman Black and White being black and white Each issue is in black and white with, 2 or 3 sort of just anthology stories. I'm finding that I really like those kinds of books, the black, white, and blood books over at Marvel, and just, pick up a book, read some awesome short stories, and be done. So those are pretty cool. Another one I'm looking forward to is Batman the Detective #1. This is the Andy Kubert variant, or the cardstock variant. Batman in England doing Batman detective stuff. Yes, please, sign me up. Batman Urban Legends #2, the Mattina variant. I love, do I look cool like that? Yeah. Again, this one is more, not anthology stories, because it does have several stories inside of it from different characters. I don't know if those stories continue from one issue to the next, because I haven't read the first one yet. Big shocker. But a Batman comic with several smaller stories in it sound pretty good. The Joker #2, this is the variant as well. I haven't read the Joker #1 yet, because I'm waiting to really dive into the Tynion Batman run and read through Joker War and all that stuff. I don't know if I have to have read that to read Joker, but I feel like it's the natural progression of how I should read these. But I'm gathering these up so that I can dive into them when I'm ready. One that was sort of a last minute pick for me, Rorschach #7. I actually haven't read any of this series, but Andy and Infinity Flux in their Tuesday videos, where they preview and review books that are coming out the following day. Spoiler-free reviews, by the way, if you want to check it out. They do a video every Tuesday where they talk about the books that are coming out the next day. And Andy really sold this one to me in that video. It just sounded really interesting. So I'll check it out, and maybe if I like it, maybe I'll pick up the series in trade, or wait till it hits DC Unlimited, DC Universe Infinite, I think the digital app is. But yeah, so we'll check that out. We'll try it out. Okay, now, a couple things I have read the before issues of. Superman #30, I actually did read. Superman 29 and Action Comics number 1029, was it? The Infinite Frontier issues of Superman and Action Comics. I'm trying to get caught up with the Infinite Frontier stuff, and so far what I've read some Green Lantern, Suicide Squad, Crime Syndicate, Superman, Action Comics. I have read a few of those, and what I've read I really like. So again, I know DC reboots a lot, and they're constantly redefining their universe every few years, but I gotta say, every time they do it, I get excited, and most of the time I'm disappointed, or a little bit indifferent, I should say. But Infinite Frontier has me really excited, so I'm eager to try these out. I like the story they're telling with Superman, at least in Superman and Action Comics that I read, so we'll keep going with this one. And then along with that, a title I don't normally get is Wonder Woman 771. This is the variant cover. I did read 770 just last night. And Wonder Woman in sort of the Norse realm is really interesting. It worked really well. I thought it was a very entertaining story, and they set up a good direction for the next few issues at least. So I want to keep going with that. Again, a lot of people aren't really excited about, or kind of indifferent about Infinite Frontier. I'm really interested in it, so I want to see where it goes, and I've liked what I've read so far. So going on to Image and some indies. Home #1, about a family coming over from coming across the Mexican border, and the son has manifests powers, and how that affects their plans for immigration. So that sounds interesting to me. Homesick Pilots #5. This is a variant cover, which looks pretty cool, but I was a little bit bummed that I couldn't get the A cover, because I have the other A covers right back here. So now it's not really gonna match, but it doesn't matter. I'm just being silly. As long as I have the story, that's fine. And I really like the story in this book. I love the art in this book. I think the story is really interesting. A haunted house that this girl is controlling, and it's supernatural, and there's other things out to get her, but then her friends are sort of becoming supernatural as well and helping her out. That's a terrible explanation of the book. I actually need to go back and read. I've read all of them so far. I need to go back and maybe read the last one before I read this one again. But Homesick Pilots, guys, I really like this one from Image, and I can't wait to read the new one. Carmen #2. I read the first one. Don't really have a good explanation about what it was about, but it was pretty interesting, and I can't wait to read the second one as well. A new one from Image that I'm sort of intrigued by. This one, I'm not 100% sold on it yet, though, but sold enough to try the first issue is Jules Verne's Lighthouse. Sort of, it's kind of like a steampunky maybe kind of thing. I don't know if it's futuristic or not. I don't know. It sounded good when I read about it and when I heard about it, but now I can't quite remember. So we'll see on this one. That was all for Image. There's a few more indies here that I'm excited for. Maniac of New York, number 3. I have read the first 2 of this, and I enjoy it. You know, there's a Jason-type slasher killer living in New York, and they can't kill him, so they just learn to live with him, and he's part of the morning traffic report. You know, avoid this freeway and avoid this area because Harry the Maniac is Harry the Maniac is killing people. So maybe don't go down there this morning. A new one from Aftershock that I don't know. This was an impulse buy thanks to Infinity Flex as well. Their videos on Tuesday from yesterday actually prompted me to buy this. But Phantom on the Scan, number 1, psychic people doing psychic stuff. I'm not real sure, but I'm gonna try it. Another one that I do like is Scout's Honor, number 4. I have read the first 3, and this is really cool. Post-apocalyptic, different factions. One of the factions has based their whole sense of being, I guess, around the Boy Scouts handbook. But they, you know, this main character here is going through some trials to become, I can't remember what they call them, but sort of like an elevated status in their community. And the trials they go through in order to obtain that. And of course, there's also big monsters that they have to deal with, so that's pretty cool. I like that book. And then another one that I like is Proctor Valley Road, number 2. The first one was really interesting. I like the artwork as well. A little bit more stylized and cartoony, but I thought that went well with the not really scary, but just sort of spooky, supernatural story they're telling. Grant Morrison writing this one, so I can't wait to check that one out as well. And then from AWA Upshot, Chariot number 2. The first one was a lot of setup, so there wasn't a whole lot that happened in the first one. It was setting up the stage for what I'm hoping will get really started in this issue. A woman who I guess was maybe some kind of secret agent, super spy kind of thing, was in a car, drove off the cliff, the car sank. She somehow became, her consciousness was merged with the car, so now she's essentially the car. And then another guy finds the car, but that's the thing, is like nothing really happened in that issue. So I'm hoping we'll find out now what's going to happen in here. So we'll check that out. From Dark Horse, Jenny Zero Party Monster number 1. I actually don't really remember what this one is about either, but when I read about it and heard about it from Infinity Flex's videos, I hear you guys got to check out their YouTube channel because they do a lot of great videos about upcoming books, and you know, they will sell you, and that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, they'll give you some good information about books that you otherwise never would have heard of. I never would have heard of this without them. And I don't remember what the story is, but at the time I know it sounded interesting and I pre-ordered it. So I can't wait to check that out. And then last one, and again, this was something that I wasn't even on my radar until Infinity Flex's video, was Locust, number 1 from Scout Comics. This is actually my first comic from Scout Comics ever. A post-apocalyptic tale again. I know we have a lot of those, and too much of that can get tiring, so I'm going to try it out. It sounded good. I want to try it, but I might end up dropping 1 or 2 post-apocalyptic titles if they start to get tiresome, but so far, so good. So I can't wait to check this one out as well. So thank you, Infinity Flux, for your great videos, for telling me about all these comics that I never would have known about if you hadn't done your videos. I appreciate that. So guys, that is it for this week. Another really good stack of comics. I can't wait to dive into these. I still have some stuff from last week and the week before to read, but we'll get it all done. So guys, I appreciate you watching this video. If you like this video or any of the other videos on my channel, maybe hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a sarcastic thumbs up. And if nothing else, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you picked up. Tell me what you're thinking about Infinite Frontier over at DC. Like I said, I know a lot of people are indifferent about it. I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to see, you know, how it pans out. I'm sort of glad that King in Black is done now that I don't have to buy all those anymore. A lot of great indies. Just tell me what you're getting. Let's talk about comics. I love comic books. I can talk about them with a room full of people or just to a camera. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.